What's up, motherfucker?
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
People that are in those training rooms with him know how good
Because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me, I thought he was a con artist.
No,
just based off his look.
They're edgy. Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfucker? Welcome to Easy Money and Sports Betting Show. Monday, February 28, 2022. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We've got a pretty good slate of games that we'll jump into today. Before we get to that, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money and Sports Betting Show. We're giving out winners. Come join us. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. You can find both those shows live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can also find both those shows in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. We also have a new pro wrestling podcast out, GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. We just had a new episode of it drop yesterday. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and you can also find the video version on YouTube. If you'd like to watch the video version, you can find it on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. This was I believe our 6th episode. We had another real good episode, so go check that out. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we post all the information about our shows, whether it's our daily picks from Easy Money to Sports Betting Show or interview announcements. Just any big announcement goes to our social media, so follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. Check out our YouTube page at Gonzo Sports Room. We have a lot of content on there, whether you're a football fan, basketball fan, UFC, pro wrestling, baseball. We got stuff on there for everybody, so go check it out. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you get notifications of when we are live. Check out our merch store at streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. You can see some of our t-shirts here behind me. We have hats, hoodies, have some new stuff coming here real soon. So go get yourself some GSR, GWR, or Easy Money gear today. All right, let's jump into today's slate of games. Start in the NBA. We got pretty good slate of NBA games for today, and then we'll move on from there. All right, first game starts tonight at 7:10 p.m. Eastern. It's the Indiana Pacers at the Orlando Magic. The Pacers are 21-41 on the season. Magic are 14-47 on the season. The Magic are 1-point favorites at home. They're minus 116 on the money line. The Indiana Pacers are minus 102 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 233. Like I said, Pacers are 21-41. This is the second game of a back-to-back for the Pacers. They're coming off a win over Boston yesterday. Pacers are 2-7 ATS their last 9 games. The Orlando Magic are 14-47. They have lost 21 of their first 27 home games. They're 9-26-1 ATS in their 36 games at home. I like the Indiana Pacers here at the minus 102 on the money line. I think there's value there. Yes, I know the Pacers are coming off a back-to-back. Excuse me, but the Magic are real inconsistent and they struggle at home. So I like the Pacers here at the minus 102 on the money line, and I would lean toward the under the 233. All right, next game is the Chicago Bulls at the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat are 4.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 184 on the money line. The Bulls are plus 154 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 221.5. The Bulls are 39-22. This is a battle of two of the top teams in the East. Bulls are 39-22. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. They're 6-2 ATS their last 8 games. The Heat have won 20 of their first 27 home games, but they are 0-5 ATS their last 5 home games. This is going to be, I think, a real close game. Either team could win this game, but I'm going to go with the Bulls here at the +4.5. Because I could see this game being a 1 or 2 point game coming down right to the end, and I can see the Bulls winning the game as well. But I'm going to take the Bulls at the +4.5, and I would go over. I would lean toward the over the 221.5. Next game is the Toronto Raptors at the Brooklyn Nets. The Raptors are 4-point favorites on the road. They're -166 on the money line. The Nets are +140 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 218. The Raptors are 32-27 on the season. The Nets are 32-29. The Raptors are on a 2-game losing streak. They lost to Atlanta by 27 points on Saturday. They're 11-3 ATS their last 14 games following a straight up loss, and they're 4-0 ATS last 4 games versus the Nets. The Nets are 32-29 on the season. They've lost 7 of their last 10. They're coming off a win over the Milwaukee Bucks. They're 6-20-1 ATS their last 27 home games. They are starting to get a little healthier. With the Nets getting healthier, I like the Nets here at the +4 in this game. I would lean toward the over the 218. All right, next game is the Charlotte Hornets at the Milwaukee Bucks. The Hornets are 30-31 on the season. The Bucks are 36-25. The Bucks are 10.5-point favorites at home. They're -590 on the money line. The Hornets are +430 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 238.5. The Hornets are on a second game of a back to back. They average 114 points per game, and they're one of the best offensive teams in the league, but they're one of the worst defensive teams in the league. The Bucks are on a 2-game losing streak. They're 1-4 their last 5. They lost to the Nets on Saturday, and they average 113 points per game. Uh, I like the Bucks to win this game, but I think 10.5 points is too many points. So I lean toward Charlotte here at the +10.5. I think Charlotte will cover, and I'll lean toward the under the 238.5 in this game. All right, next game is the San Antonio Spurs at the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are 8.5-point favorites at home. They're -390 on the money line. The Spurs are +310 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 237.5. Spurs are 24-37 on the season, coming off a loss to Miami. They're 4-1 4-1-1 ATS their last 6. They committed 22 turnovers their last game, and that's really what done them in that game. And they average 113 points per game. The Grizzlies are coming off a win over the Bulls. Morant had a career high 46 points. The Grizzlies are averaging 114 points per game, and they were 7-2 ATS their last 9. The Grizzlies are the better team here. Again, 8.5 is a little more than I like to give up. But I lean toward the Grizzlies at the 8.5 here, and the under the 237.5. All right, next game. is the Sacramento Kings at the OKC Thunder. The Kings are 5-point favorites on the road. They're minus 215 on the money line. The Thunder is plus 180 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 227.5. The Kings are 22-40 on the season. They're on a 4-game losing streak. They have 6 players that average double digits, and they average 110 points per game. The Thunder are 19-41 on the season. They're coming off a win over the Pacers. They have 3 players that average double digits. They do have their best player, Gilchrist Alexander, back. He's averaging 23 points per game. And the Thunder average 102 points per game. Neither one of these teams are great. I lean toward the Thunder at home here at the plus 180 on the money line. Actually, I like the Thunder at the plus 180 on the money line. That's going to be one. That's going to be one of my picks of the day. I like the Thunder a lot in this game. The Kings have traded away a lot of their pieces. They got some other pieces back, but they're still not like they're the best team in the league. So I like the Thunder in this game. We do have one more game. It's still the spread and stuff is locked on it, so we can't go by that. But we'll go ahead and talk about it. It's the T-Wolves against the Cavs. The Timberwolves are 32-29. Cavs are 36-24. T-Wolves struggle on the road. They're 10-3, 10-3-1 ATS following a straight up loss. So they're good after a straight up loss. The Cavs have won 19 of their first 28 home games. They beat Washington Saturday night, but they are 0-4 in ATS their last 4 games. So they've been winning, but they haven't been covering here the last 4 games. Like I said, there is no spread on this game. I like the Cavs here because the both these teams are pretty good. I just think the Cavs are a little bit better team, especially at home. But on FanDuel, it's all locked, so it's not showing you the spread or anything for this game. Like I said, I would lean toward. Like I said, I like the Cavs in this game. I just don't know what the numbers are as of right now. All right, let's take a look over at some college basketball for tonight. We got Syracuse at North Carolina. North Carolina is an 8-point favorite at home. They're minus 360 on the money line. Syracuse is plus 280 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 156.5. I think this will be a good game, but I think that North Carolina wins, and I think 8 points might be too many. I actually lean towards Syracuse here at the +8. Syracuse plays a tough zone defense. I think they'll be able to slow North Carolina down some. I think this will be a close game. Then you have UMass at Fordham. Uh, Fordham is actually a 2-point favorite in this game. They're minus 128 on the money line. UMass is plus 106 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 139. I would lean toward Fordham at home. Northwestern at Iowa, Big Ten battle. Iowa's a 12.5-point favorite, or 10.5-point favorite, excuse me, minus 610 on the money line. Northwestern is plus 440 on the money line. Over unders at 151.5. I like Iowa in that game, but man, 10.5 in a Big Ten game is a lot of points. Northwestern don't play real good defense, so I understand why it's 10.5, but that's a game that I would have to look at just because the spread is so big. That makes you got Michigan State at Maryland Eastern Shore, or not, excuse me, Morgan State. Morgan State at Maryland Eastern Shore. Morgan State's a 3.5-point favorite. Baylor at Texas. Baylor's a 1.5-point favorite on the road. They're minus 125 on the money line. Texas is plus 104 on the money line. Over under for this game's at 135. I like Baylor here at the minus 125 on the road. And we have Kansas State at Texas Tech. Texas Tech is a 12-point favorite. They're minus 880 on the money line. Kansas State is plus 580 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 133.5. I like Texas Tech in this game. I'm not going to give up 12 points, but I like Texas Tech to win this game. I think they're the better team, but 12 points in college basketball is just too many. I mean, you saw what happened over the weekend with like all the ranked teams losing. New Mexico at Fresno State. Fresno State's a 10-point favorite in that game. Got a lot of big spreads today in college basketball. San Diego State at Wyoming. San Diego State's a 2-point favorite on the road. They're minus 125 on the money line. Wyoming's plus 104 on the money line. Over unders 129. I like San Diego State at the minus 2 on the road. All right. Let's see what else we got in on today's slate. Got some hockey. You have the Toronto Maple Leafs at the Washington Capitals. The Maple Leafs are minus 1.5 from the puck line, minus 140 money line. The Capitals are plus 116 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 6.5. I like the Maple Leafs here at the minus 140 to win the game. I like the Maple Leafs money line. Then you have the Vancouver Canucks at the New Jersey Devils. The Devils are minus 1.5 on the puck line, minus 126 money line. Vancouver's plus 105 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 6.5. I lean toward New Jersey at home in this game. This is not a game I would stay. I'm staying away from. Then you have the Boston Bruins at the LA Kings. The Bruins are minus 1.5 on the puck line, minus 126 money line. The Kings are plus 105 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 5.5. I like the Bruins at the minus 126 on the money line, and I would lean toward the over the 5.5. I think that's looks like that's all the hockey games. You have some tennis. Actually, have tennis going on right now. Got quite a bit of tennis going on today. I don't know a whole lot about the tennis scene. We stay away from tennis. But all right, let's go ahead and get to my picks of the day. All right, in the NBA, still have the Minnesota and Cavs game down, so I'm not going to use that one right now. But I like the Pacers money line over the Orlando Magic. I like the Bulls plus 4.5 against the Miami Heat. I like the Charlotte Hornets plus 10.5 against the Milwaukee Bucks. I like the Brooklyn Nets plus 4 against the Toronto Raptors. And then I like Baylor money line in college basketball. San Diego State minus 2 in college basketball. And then I like in hockey, I like the Toronto Maple Leafs money line and the Boston Bruins money line. So to recap real quick, I have the Indiana Pacers money line, Chicago Bulls plus 4.5, the Brooklyn Nets plus 4, Charlotte Hornets plus 10.5, Baylor money line, San Diego State minus 2, Toronto Maple Leafs money line, and the Boston Bruins money line. All right, before we get out of here, don't forget we will be live this evening at 7 o'clock tonight. We will be live with the GWR DCCW Coon Dogs Corner. Make sure you join us at 7 p.m. for that tonight. You'll be able to find that on the Gonzo Sports Room YouTube and Facebook page, and also on the Delaware County Championship Wrestling Facebook page at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. Come join us for that. And since we do that on Mondays, that means on Monday nights, GSR is at 10 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you join us tonight. 10 o'clock tonight, we'll be live on the Gonzo Sports Room YouTube and Facebook and Twitch pages. The GSR Gonzo Sports Room, our sports talk show. We'll recap all the stuff that happened over the weekend. Got a lot to talk about tonight. So come join us. Come join us at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight for that. All right. Also, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern with this show right here, Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. We're also live at on Wednesday and Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. On Mondays, GSR usually airs at 10 p.m. Eastern live because we do a 7 o'clock show with the wrestling organization. Also, you can find GSR Gonzo Sports Room Easy Money, a sports betting show, in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. We also have a new pro wrestling podcast, Gonzo's Wrestling Room, GWR. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most major podcast platforms you can find us. It's also on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room if you'd like to watch the video version. New episodes of GWR, Gonzo's Wrestling Room, drop every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. We just had a new episode drop yesterday. It was a great conversation. So come, make sure you go check that out. Me and my dad, Tony Gonzalez, talked the whole week of professional wrestling and even talk some independent wrestling. So make sure you join us for that. If you are a pro wrestling fan, check out the show we did last night. We were live in Danville, Indiana for Warrior Pro Wrestling WPW 6. If you haven't been to one of the Warrior Pro Wrestling shows there in Danville, Indiana, I highly recommend you go. It was a great show. Had a good time. You can watch the full show on our YouTube and Twitch page at Gonzo Sports Room. So go check that out. I will be putting up the single matches here later today as the day goes on. So we'll be getting those up real soon. If they're not up today, they will be up tomorrow. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we post everything about our shows, whether it's our daily picks from Easy Money, a sports betting show, to interview announcements, to big show live stream announcements, just anything with the show. We announce on our social media. Check out our merch store at streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. You can see some of our t-shirts behind us. Go get you some GWR, GSR Easy Money gear today. We'd greatly appreciate it. But all right, that's all for Easy Money, a sports betting show today. I want to thank everybody for joining us. We will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Come join us tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern for the Coon Dogs Corner with the DCCW crew. Also, come join us tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern for GSR Gonzo Sports Room, our sports talk show. Got a lot to talk about tonight. We'll recap the weekend in sports, so come join us tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern for that. I want to thank everybody for joining us. We will see you guys hopefully later this evening. If not, we'll see you tomorrow for Easy Money Sports Betting Show. Be safe. Peace.